Hello, nerdy friends. Welcome back to another Ruse Day Tuesday. I'm your host, RuthAnn Thompson, one of the partners at GeekChic Promotions. So today we are going to talk about one of my favorite weird holiday specials, the Star Wars holiday special, the one that George Lucas wants to pretend doesn't exist. Oh, but it does. It does. It's incredible. So let me just share this around so we all can talk about this together, because it's my favorite. I just rewatched it literally like about 5-10 minutes ago, and it just makes my life complete. I adore it. So here we go. Let me just share this a little bit of everywhere. So I don't know if you guys have certain traditions. Like there's some other weirder stuff, not weirder, like stuff that I always do every holiday season, and like certain movies that I watch and all that kind of stuff. But this one particularly is a fun one because it's so strange. I mean, it's just the trippiest thing ever. So if you haven't seen this, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to share right now the link to be able to watch it in its entirety on YouTube, because yay for the internet. I'm also going to adjust this a little bit. Hey, Chris and Gary, I know Chris has promised that she's going to troll me about this specific movie because I believe, Chris, we watched it for the first time for you, like you'd never seen it before. So hashtag sorry, not sorry. So, okay. For those who haven't seen it, I put the link in the video right here, so you need to watch it. It starts off, so basically the whole entire story is that Chewbacca needs to get back to his family on his planet to celebrate Life Day. So we're not getting anybody upset about whatever holiday like you celebrate is awesome. So that way there's nobody mad about it. Okay, Chris says, oh my gosh, Chris, so we literally did that to you when you first moved here. That's awesome. Awesome. Again, sorry, not sorry, Chris. I'm sure it changed your life forever. So the whole thing is trying to be one of those like those old TV shows whenever they do a holiday Christmas special. So there's supposed to be like, you know, special guests, comedy acts, and musical numbers. But when you watch it, you find out, oh goodness, there was a lot of drugs being consumed in the idea of this whole thing. So it starts off with obviously footage from the first Star Wars movie. So this movie came out in 1978, right after just the 2 Christmases basically after the first Star Wars movie came out. And it starts off with just some cuts from the movie, from the original Star Wars movie, making it look like that Han Solo and Chewie are running from 2 starfighters and like are trying to get back to the planet to celebrate Life Day, because Chewie has never missed a Life Day. But then it goes into, if you think Up is a touching love story that can take place within 10 minutes of no actual dialogue, welcome to the Chewbacca household. So there's Nala, who's the wife. There's, let's see, and there's Itchy, that's the grandfather, and there's Lumpy, who is the son. So they just speak Chewbacca, and they just, you know, they just keep talking, just grunting and all that kind of stuff for literally 12 minutes. And it's, well, I'm sorry, 11 minutes and 54 seconds. It's just them talking just like that with no subtitles, no nothing. And you're just like seeing the family dynamic going on in this household before finally we see our first actor come in. Oh, okay. So Gary said there was a great interview on the podcast. I was there too with one of the cameramen who points out no one there had any idea about Star Wars. Like most of them had never seen the film. You can kind of tell. It's a little, they're like in this treehouse thing. That's where the family lives, by the way. And then whenever they pan out to see the outside, it's this obvious cartoon drawing of like a Swiss Family Robinson like house in the trees. It's incredible. So the first person who starts talking is, oh, it's Luke. So we see Luke is the first person that we talk to, because now Nala is very worried because Chewie and Han are late for Life Day and they're very upset. So they're using all their little technology to contact people, and they contact sweet Mark Hamill, who is wearing so much makeup. He looks so pretty. So there's Nobody has confirmed it, but they think it happened after the accident. And for those that don't know, poor Mark Hamill had a motorcycle accident between the filming of Star Wars, A New Hope, and Empire Strikes Back. So hence why he's wearing an aggressive amount of makeup. Him and C-3PO trying to fix what I'm guessing is a fog machine that's supposed to be on the ship. I don't know, but it breaks and fog goes everywhere. Anyways, this whole thing is this magical trip of these musical acts. So the first one that you see is the son, who has this great little contraption that's basically an ode to the chessboard, where it's 3D circus musical thing that happens. It's so, I don't know if there's enough drugs in the world to understand what is happening or to make this movie again. It's pretty incredible. But what everybody remembers from this is, so one of the gifts that there's only like a few people that speak English, the rest are speaking just, in that language, as that we all know that Chewbacca talks. So this tradesman shows up and gives everybody a gift. And the thing that he gives to Grandpa Itchy is this obvious porn. Like, it's so gross when you watch it as an adult. And that's the weirdest thing about this special. Who is this for? It doesn't make any sense. Like, the kids, it's not that funny. It's not like there's not that much adventure in it. It's just so wildly weird. I don't understand what's happening, but I love it. I love it just the same. And for those who are really avid Star Wars fans, you do need to watch it for one small thing, which is the kid goes to watch this cartoon. And the cartoon is actually the first time that Boba Fett is ever introduced. But here's the weird thing about this cartoon that I tried to think through while watching it. Is the cartoon, so the cartoon does star Luke Skywalker and Chewie and Han and Leia and C-3PO and R2-D2, right? And there's like this little adventure that happens that Han and Chewie have gone to go get this artifact, and then all of a sudden they crash and they don't know what's going on, so Luke is trying to go save them, and then he runs into Boba Fett. But so what the kid is watching is what I can only guess is a fan cartoon film that somebody made, and the kid is watching, but it's very secretive. So why he's watching it at that specific time is because everybody's looking for Han Solo and Chewie in like the world of the holiday special. Like, they're trying to find him. So the Imperial troopers come to Chewie's house to try to find him. So the mom, trying to like just keep the kid calm while they're like ransacking the house, has him watch this cartoon. But like, and the kid's like sneaking it so like that nobody else can see what's happening. Let's see, Gary also says, I really feel like they should make a new holiday special like SNL with a new cast. That would be incredible. That would be, I don't think George Lucas would allow it, because I think he got like every copy of this destroyed, but there's so much bootleg, and as you can see, it's on YouTube. But that would be amazing if they did the new cast and made it just like totally off kilter. I mean, hopefully they won't do another grandpa porn. Maybe, hopefully not. But there's other little comedy acts, like the mom is watching a cooking special, and it's this weird, but it's not funny. Like, I don't know, maybe it was funny back then, I don't know. So if anybody else has watched this, please like comment along and like see what you think. But then I'm trying to oh no, yeah, that I forgot that like there's this part where Princess Leia shows up, sweet young Carrie Fisher, and like, as you know from Carrie Fisher's past, like she did have some problem with drugs, and unfortunately she is high as a kite. I mean, I don't blame her. That's the only way I can handle it. Like, if you watch her scene, there's this part where she trips and just keeps going, and she's just barely holding on like the entire time. But she's amazing. They're all amazing. It's quite trippy though. And like, there's other musical numbers too. Like, there's a random rock show that while the Imperial people are like ransacking the house, the trader makes, by trader I mean the person that trades, not trader, but I guess he kind of is at that as well. But he sits like one of the Imperial people down to watch this 3D rock show that's in like this box. It's so trippy. And then there's this other video that the kid watches while trying to build the gift that their friend brought him, and it's like an instructional guide of how to make this thing, and the guy plays it. He's a android that keeps breaking down, and like, that's the whole bit. Oh, the commercials. Okay, so unfortunately, the thing that I put in doesn't have the commercials. So what Chris, my business partner Chris, is talking about were the commercials. When we showed it to her, it was one of our very good friends, Jamie Hart, who actually had the VHS that he filmed as a kid when it came on. And it still includes the commercials, and they're incredible. Like, that was the only time I saw it with commercials as well, and I don't remember it. Right, Chris? I don't feel like those, like, the jokes were funny then either. Like, I don't know what flavor of drug you'd have to be on to make this thing funny. But it's so trippy. And then there's this really interesting musical number / scene. And then when I was rewatching it just now, basically what happens is that they're watching TV, and it goes to what is basically, way before internet and all that kind of stuff, is basically a live stream reality show of this bar where B. Arthur is the bartender. And so there's like a little scene, and like this guy who's been hit, like, who it changed his life because he was so in love with her and just wanted to, because she said like 3 simple words of like, see you next time, I'll be waiting, or something like that. And so he comes and he tries to flirt with her and gets shut down horribly. And then, so this is where it gets super meta. So it's being live streamed, right? Because they're watching it at home, and that's how we're seeing it. And then it becomes an announcement from all the like imperial people, like the people, you know, in charge there, were like, everybody has to go home now. Like, there's some rebels loose and everybody has to go home. So then nobody at the bar wants to go home because alcohol. And so B. Arthur sings this whole song about like, goodbye friend, and all this stuff, and like kind of convinces them all to leave and like walk out of the bar by like kind of doing a conga line dance thing and gets them all out. Now here's something really cool that's happened just in the last year. So B. Arthur's character became canon, and she's the bartender that's on this planet that, and she's the first LBGT character where she's gay with her wife. And I guess it was, we actually talked about this on one of our other Nerd Rage podcasts, as talking about it as our Nerd Rave, because it was awesome. So it's a certain like book or a storyline that happens. And she's now, so that character, she's now canon, everyone. Thanks, Star Wars Christmas or holiday special for her character, and also Boba Fett. Woot woot. Oh, I have a lot of comments. Oh, thanks, Jeremy. He's commenting on my hair because I kind of did like a half Princess Leia bun thing, but I'm terrible at it, so it is what it is. But thank you. So Gary says, so wait, Chewie is a terrible father because years he's been like, fuck it, I'm gonna go hang out with this white dude and smuggle shit. So, well, he makes it home, Gary, if like in this it says that he's never missed a life day. So he comes back, and you know, somebody has to pay the bills in the house. I don't know. I have no excuse for Chewie. And so the thing that always got me, like, especially rewatching the Force Awakens, because Chewie kind of flirts with a few people, and I'm like, hey, what about Nala? Like, are you forgetting about your wife and kid back on your planet? So it's so much fun. It's so trippy. So like this movie has always been one of my holiday traditions, probably, I don't know since what year, because I didn't see it as a kid. Like, I had no idea this thing existed. I think I first watched it because I was so curious about the Boba Fett thing and his first appearance, which again, I think it's worth seeing it just to see this really random cartoon that then like created one of our favorite characters of all time. But it's so weird, and like I said, there's just like almost 20 minutes of just nothing but the like them talking in like just their Chewie language like the entire time. It's incredible. Matt says, I love it when he talks to the doc and she's like, you must be very brave, right? Yeah, and she like they kind of flirt back and forth, that whole thing. Who is that? So Gary, you have to go more with your comment. I'm not knowing the reference. Maybe I'm not reading it right. But so that is one of my, so a strange family tradition that also started in my family, I want to say 6 years ago, no, more than that, 10 years ago, is we watch Lake Placid for our Christmas like tradition. I don't know why we do that. And then we always have the Pee-wee's Christmas special. Okay, it sounds like my neighbor is working on stuff. Awesome. There's Pee-wee's Christmas special, the Claymation Christmas special. He finished, good. Garfield's Christmas special. What are some of the other Christmas specials we always watch? The Nutcracker Prince. I don't know if you guys have any other, like, of course, Die Hard, Lethal Weapon, like all that kind of stuff is some of my favorite. Right, Chris? Lake Placid is an amazing movie. I don't know how the tradition started watching it every Christmas with my family, but I love it and I'm on board. But there's this weird thing where it sits on my shelf. I'm like, I love the movie. I can't watch it till Christmas. I don't know why. Yes, we're doing Stomp out there. It's very good. Sean says, never watched it, but loved the Ewok cartoon as a kid. I'll have to check it out. Oh, I forgot about the Ewok cartoon. Yeah, I totally watched that as a kid too. Just be prepared for the Star Wars Christmas special. It's very strange, but okay. I feel like there's a rule that you can't watch this movie with at least a few friends and like be kind of Mystery Science Theater 3000 it. That's probably the only way you're going to survive it. It's pretty weird. Oh, that's right, Gary, there was a Droids cartoon. I forgot about that as well. I mean, obviously, Star Wars has quite a lot of cartoons that it's spread out from. So, is there any traditions that your family has that, like, most don't, of, like, certain movies that you watch or, like, shows you go to or anything like that? I mean, obviously, there's the Christmas Story that's showing on TV 24 hours. Yes, Chris also says in all caps, don't watch it alone. It's so strange. Like, even me watching alone right now is like, I just gotta eat food and like take notes because this is just so weird. Oh goodness gracious. It's let's see. So I found something that says 16 crazy facts about the holiday special that I haven't read yet. So I'm gonna read this right now and see what we got. Oh wait, is that all 16? Okay, so let me see how we go through. Okay. These aren't facts. Okay, so it aired in the U.S., so this is a specific date. I knew it was 1978, so it was on November 17th, 1978, on CBS for the first and only time. So it only aired one time ever. I'm shocked that it was only one time. So weird. Let's see what other facts we have here. Oh, okay. So I didn't realize who the band was. Remember I told you there's a band that plays in a little 3D thing. So that is Jefferson Starship, a very popular band at the time, released a single of Light the Sky on Fire that proclaimed as seen and heard on the CBS Star Wars Holiday Special. It's bloody awful. And that's how they quoted it. That's amazing. Yeah, we already know that was B. Arthur. Oh, are you serious? Okay, here's a really interesting fact for anybody listening. The future king of comedy, Richard Pryor, has a part as a bartender as well. From behind the bar, he answers the phone in the manner as part of a gag with some alien creatures. I'm gonna have to rewatch that scene again and find Richard Pryor. That's so cool. What a cool little thing that you did find out about that. I'm excited. Okay, these are cool facts. I'm glad I'm watching them, reading them live with you right now. The Happy Life Day song, as sung by Princess Leia, is based on John Williams' original Star Wars theme tune. I guess I should have noticed that as well. It's, yeah, so the whole thing ends because, of course, basically 10 minutes before the thing ends, Han Solo and Chewie make it back in time for Life Day. It's very exciting. But then all of a sudden everybody shows up, I guess. So then I guess Leia, Luke, and just everybody show up and they do this traditional Life Day song where they all get in robes and have this weird sparkly altar thing. I don't know. It's very, it's interesting. I have no other words to describe it than that. Let's see what other crazy facts about this. Okay, we know that it was Boba Fett's first time showing. Oh, this is, wow. So the Chewbacca family could only wear their costumes for about 45 minutes due to the heat generated when wearing them. They'd have the heads taken off and be given oxygen and fluid. Oh, goodness. These aren't as crazy as I thought. Okay, so Lucas didn't really have too much involvement in the project. Shocking. He helped sketch out initial story, and the producers took it over and went nuts and turned it into a variety show. Well, they'd have to have been nuts. I would be really interested to see like the Lucas storyboards of like what the story was before the producers took it over, because that would be crazy. Yeah, Sean, it is on YouTube. That's the pin comment on here. Is it's just the entire thing is on YouTube. Yeah, he's not happy. Oh, you're right, Gary. I didn't even think of that. That the traditional Life Day song is in English. Can Wookiees even sing? I don't know, Internet. Let me know if you think Wookiees can sing. That's a good point. Why is it in English? Okay, whatever. Yeah, there's more questions than answers in the holiday Star Wars special. It's intense. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. So Stan Winston actually created the entire Wookiee family. Sorry, Stan. You don't know who that is. He's a big deal. He's a big deal and is a legend in the industry. Goodness. All right. 5 things you may not know about this holiday Star Wars special. Let's see. Oh, these are long. False advertising. Yeah, I'm not gonna read these all. Yeah, no. I already know all these. All right. So let me know if you guys have any other comments that you want to talk about. But again, for those who have not seen it, I put in the comments the YouTube link for the entire thing. You can watch it and then come back and comment on this, and we can discuss it further. But thank you all for joining for this Ruse Day Tuesday. This is going to be my last Ruse Day Tuesday here in the U.S. I'm going to be in England for a month, but I'll continue my Ruse Day Tuesday. It looks like more people are seeing this. Okay, so Matt asks if Matt says it can't be worse than the Star Wars Episode 1. I honestly, obviously, I've rewatched this every year, and I've not seen Episode 1 since it was in theaters, so I think it's better. Yes, Sean, the thumbnail should make you uncomfortable. The whole thing is going to make you very uncomfortable. Again, Sean, don't watch it alone. Watch it with friends, and because it's intense. Oh, Joshua, that's when you dropped in, is when I asked, can Wookiees sing? I was just curious because the traditional Life Day song is sung in English, so I don't know if they can actually sing. Yeah, that's right, Sean. I'm coming back over to England. So this is my last live stream here, but I will continue to do my Ruse Day Tuesday over in the England. So comment below whatever, or post on our page whatever you would like to talk about for the next couple Ruse Day Tuesdays in England. And don't forget tomorrow to check in for our Nerd Rage this week. And again, that's going to be my last Nerd Rage with the ladies, but they're going to continue doing Nerd Raging with all sorts of fun guests that we're going to announce soon. So thank you again for joining this Ruse Day Tuesday. Happy holidays to all you and yours, and enjoy the Star Wars holiday special. Bye.